Hello people, this is my second official devlog for Newton program. I'm gonna be making a proper one about my plans later on, but for now I really wanted to share some clips taken from my most recent stream, because I think there is a valuable lesson to be shared with any aspiring indie dev out there. Without further ado, enjoy! The last time I streamed was on the 18th, which is a week and a day, 8 days ago basically. I made an arrangement of the tutorial music, so I might look into how to add music into my environment. I did this sort of preview reel for the soundtrack thus far. It's missing 2 songs as per the long-term goals. I am missing the final boss and ending songs, but that is a-okay. I'm setting up these 2 videos because I know I want to try setting up the input system again. It's gonna be attempt number 2. This seems better because I can actually understand this a little bit. Like, you'd expect things like these things would be just everywhere, but they're not. You have to like figure it out. I'm not gonna copy paste them. I'm gonna try to write them or like recreate them by writing them, like, you know, I'm gonna write the public class things, and, you know, well, there's the autofill thing, but like I want to know, I want to understand how would you even figure this out. So I'm gonna add this here. So if I do end up using this one-to-one, I'm gonna add them to my games credits somewhere, because here's what I know about making music loop. Here I was basically explaining my thought process behind the theory of creating a seamless loop of music. I haven't got any coding experience, but I do know this approach will be perfect for my game. Basically what you do is let your music loop twice, and at a certain point in the second loop, jump to the same exact point in the first. All you need to do is to convert your loop length from measures to seconds. Comment down below if I should ever elaborate on this principle. There we go. So this checks out, and I got my number, which was as I speculated.
Each action map has a collection of input actions. Here, move collects the bindings to the gamepad left stick, WASD and arrow keys on the keyboard, XR controller and joystick controller. Unlike the input manager, all of these different devices can be controlled in code with a single name of move.
Package manager. Input system 1.7. So this is like 2 updates outdated. Yeah, whatever. Does not contain a definition for actions? So I just don't have it. What am I supposed to do then? Like what? It was only added in 1.8, and you're probably using an older input systems version. I am using an 1.7. There is no update button here. If I wanted to do it following along Unity's own tutorial, I would need to somehow update. I would need to update this environment here to Unity 6. You gotta be So basically, after 2 entire sessions, I'm back where I started. Now that's stupid. And I feel like I can't do anything now. Oh no, Sprigatito, don't die on me. I mean, I'm already dead, so it's fine. It's just... this is so sad. So what else can we cram into the 2 hours that I'm going to spend this stream? Should I do storyboarding? Or something else? I don't know about this anymore. I'm like out of my depth. Because it's seeming as though I'm really gonna need help with this. As you can see here, my brain has entered into total despair from a setback with honestly a super simple solution. Just update Unity to the newest version. But being this upset made me irrationally have negative self-talk. It's sometimes important to take a moment to pause and figure out something else, productive or not, to bring you back to a much better place before tackling the problem again. Let's see what happens next. Should I design the puzzles? Because I can design the puzzles even without my game. Man, yeah, I noticed it in my own voice, like the life had been sucked out of me. Like... I should probably check the VOD after this is done just to see, like, if I look into my face cam, like, where I start from and then where I end up. Like, I'm just... I think I can still design puzzles. I think I can still design puzzles. Yeah. But is there seriously like no easy programmer? It's just it's Blender. It's Blender. Straight up Blender. Get this off of me. Get this off of me. Let's do number 2. Like, see how easy it is to... like, once everything is made out of cubes, see how easy it is to make these layouts just like that. Like, I can still design my puzzles because I got a solid foundation that I know for certain. So those 4 need to be moved. There we go. Let's do something like this so the player in these demonstrations stands out. So we got the player up there. Okay. This is so cursed playing around in Blender. So wait. How to make this solvable? I could just remove that one. So it's down and then back. And you let it fly past, you bring it down and then you jump on it and then you pull yourself up. In which case that is in the wrong position. That is hilarious. I can easily fix it by adding a block there. Teleport! You can teleport! So to recap, what does the player see? The player sees this room like this and then they go out to explore a bit. They find the movables there. They go see what's over here and that's where they need to go. Yeah, it makes sense. Actually, does this puzzle break if you decide to use this ledge to offset? Let's think here, what happens? Let's think of the consequences of our actions. If you take it up, then right. Because, okay, there's no way you can have this be offset here. So they are always bound like that, so no matter what, it's going to, if it's offset, it's going to end up in that position where that would be at the bottom and then this would be at the top, in which case, if you brought it down and you push it in, and then, like, I'm trying to think of what happens if you try and go for the wrong solution. So you push it in and then you push it out there. So now that's there. But then have you doomed yourself? You bring this back, push this up, push it here, push it back, push this here. Oh my god, it works! It works! The logic works! Even if you try to go for the wrong solution, it's just a more roundabout path. It works. It works, it works. This puzzle is good. Yes, 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 yes. Because all you need to do is to try and get the block underneath the L, so you can have the L on here so that it can get to the other side, because otherwise it never does, and then you can get the L there, and the block, if it's under there, it will never adventure here. There is no single circumstance for that to happen. So this is where the L will remain. Question is, I think this, once it gets here, I could include a secret here. It's just that the player would see it, be like, I want it. But then once they solve the puzzle, getting it on the side, they still have a chance. Oh my god, it works! The logic works. All I need is the game. It's so sad. Also, this doesn't look too bad if they are whatever colors. And then the exit was on the ceiling, yeah. Alright. Yep, this looks exactly how it looks in Unity. I think it's a one-to-one recreation now that I think about it, yeah. Albeit this time with the inclusion of the fact that the actual thing can be now closed behind the player. Speaking of which, I will check. Yep. That's cool. That's cool. Yay! We did it. I think I'm gonna use paint first. I think... Would such a puzzle be cool? If it was a corridor with a bunch of these ones. The only problem is that because there's going to be objects behind these cubes that the player can't see, it would be unfair. A lot of my thought process takes place in my head and in rapid succession. I'm able to visualize my game due to having defined and written down rigid step-by-step rules for it. Back to the video. That could be a cool one. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, I figured out. I figured something out. Now, what's the idea here? I think it's to build a staircase. That's for certain. So it's not going to be a difficult puzzle at all, but it's going to make sure the player gets it. Gets the idea. This does mean that there's going to be quite a lot of space up here. So oh, it's 1:15. Well, I've reached the quota. Designing puzzles in Blender. Yeah. I'll call it quits for now. So what did we learn? More often than not, we are our own worst enemies when it comes to staying motivated and to keep going. The ability to recognize when you are upset, not just the why, will allow you to better know when to take a step back and pivot into something else. Not all progress is immediate, and often it happens all at once. So all that remains is to work towards the goals you've set, and you're bound to reach them. That is all for today. Guerras85 signing out.